Hello.
Hello.
Welcome to Traumatize Me, Captain. I'm your co-host, Rachel Apjay.
I'm your other co-host, Richie FJ.
Tell me more about that accent, my guy.
It's just a generic bad Latino accent.
I love that for you. I love that for you.
Why's our eyeball?
Because Tori made spooky cookies with Marilyn, and they're eyeball sprinkles, and
Well, yeah,
they're all over my house. That's why.
okay. I was just wondering why it was here. Do you want it in your wine?
I don't want it in my wine.
You sure?
No,
add
I don't.
Might add a complex flavor profile.
No, I don't think. This is like the fanciest bottle of wine I've ever had. It costs $30 on sale. Normally $50. I sent Tiana to go get me a bottle of wine. And I sent her $30 to like get me a bottle and then like something for herself. And she spent all $30 on a bottle of wine for me.
Huh.
Isn't that nice? It's divine.
Is that your good thing?
No.
Oh.
That's just a thing
Okay.
that came up. Should we start with good things?
Yeah. Isn't that what we do?
Yeah, it is what we do. Tell me your good thing, my love.
My good thing right now is you.
Me?
Yeah, because I was having a rough time mentally, and you brought me chicken nuggets to the shower, and that's love.
You get fussy when you don't eat. So you were hungry and you were just having a hard time with the world around you. And I had a couple extra dino nuggets. So I just plopped in there and I was like, you gotta eat, baby. You gotta eat.
Yeah.
Stick your head out of the shower and eat these soggy dino nuggets.
They weren't soggy.
If they would have gotten in the water, they would have been.
Well, yeah, but I didn't let them get in the water.
That's fair. That's fair. So are we ordering pizza for dinner tonight?
Sure.
Okay. Because there was a mishap with the meat, if you know what I mean. Starting hot. We're starting hot.
You ever just have a meat mishap?
Mish meat hap. I do this thing on the podcast, and I know because I listen back to the episodes to make sure I don't say anything crazy. And I do this thing, and it drives me crazy. And no one else probably notices, but you say something, and then I just repeat it in a weird voice.
Oh.
Do I do that normally?
Yeah.
Oh, frick.
That, I don't know. Sometimes I do that too, though. So it might be a product of being around each other so much.
Maybe. We're starting to look like each other's dogs or whatever they say.
You missed it.
That's fine. Today, one of my students said fudge nuggets, which made me giggle because I was like, that only works if you don't say the bad word. Because nobody says fuck nuggets. What is that? And it's disgusting, and I'm not interested.
Sounds like that sounds like a replacement word my mom would use.
Yeah.
Her go-to is fudgesicles.
Fudgesicles, or sugar snaps.
Sugar snot.
Sugar snot.
Yeah.
She's such a sweet angel. She deserves the world.
Yeah, she's a nice lady.
She is. She's a very nice lady. Should I share? Do you want to hear my good thing? Or
Yeah.
You got more to add to yours, or just the chicken nuggets? That was it?
I mean, just in general, when I'm in a mental funk, you are very supportive in helping me get out of it. And I'd like to think that the reverse is true.
Yeah, yesterday you carried the team. Yesterday.
Yeah, and I think that's signs of a good marriage.
Marriage. See, I did it. I just did it. I started. I was like, no, stop. I agree. I completely agree. And yesterday I had just a terrible day. Got to work, found out the Wi-Fi was down, which no big deal. Wi-Fi's down, except our phones, they use Wi-Fi. I'm getting into something I'm going to talk about later, but it was just a very stressful day. I ended up canceling my show yesterday night because I was so just high-strung and stressed from the day. I hate doing that. But Gaby Lucas, who booked me, was so supportive. She was like, we don't need people like you burning out, so you take care of yourself. We'll fill it. We'll fill the spot. It'll be okay. So I got to guilt-free bail on the show.
Gabe's good people.
Yeah. Also, don't do that. Don't bail on shows. But if you're having a day, I would have not been a good time. I would have gone and I would have been grumpy and cranky and I would have ruined the vibe. So sometimes you got to say no to say yes.
Yeah. Say no to shows to say yes to yourself.
Exactly. That's not my good thing, but it is a good thing.
Yeah. What was your good thing?
My good thing is I'm a words of affirmation lady. And in the podcast, I've talked a lot about the competition at Nate's that I was running.
Mm-hmm.
And today I woke up and opened my phone, and the first post that popped up is from Nate Jackson's like official Facebook page that has like 700,000 likes or whatever. It's stupid. And he was posting about the competition, and he posted about the competition, and I was reading it, and he was like, "Man, the Pacific Northwest did their thing," and I was like, "He's right, they totally did." And I was starting to feel like maybe people didn't see how hard I worked, which is my nightmare. And then he was like, "But actually, this post isn't about them at all. This post is about Rachel and Jayla, and how they're boss ass bitches, and they made the shit happen." And it just was very nice and thoughtful, and he didn't have to do that. And so I just am grateful for mentorship, and I'm grateful for opportunities to lead in the community and to learn, you know,
Mm-hmm.
and to be told I'm doing a good job. Above all else, please tell me I'm doing a good job. You know?
Yeah. It's nice to have other people recognizing the shit that you do that I try to recognize and verbalize to you every day.
Yeah. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
That's good.
But it is good to hear it from a different source, from
Yeah.
someone who's legally obligated to make you feel good.
Yeah. And like publicly too, I felt like I won an award. I was like, "Oh, he said my name." Even though we're friends, it's actually not a big deal. Nate ain't shit. I'm kidding. He is shit. But I mean, it was nice. I appreciated it. There's lots of people on his team. There's lots of people that work really hard for him. So to get that recognition.
Shout out to
a lot.
Nate Jackson and everyone at Super Funny Comedy Club.
Yeah. And on Nate's team. Because Nate has some dope people on his team.
Speaking of Super Funny, should we promote stuff right now?
Yeah, let's go for it. We haven't done that in a couple episodes, so
Okay.
It's time.
Thursday, speaking of Super Funny, I am at Super Funny Comedy Club for Pacific Islander night. So if you don't hate brown people, go ahead and get tickets to that show.
What Thursday is that?
Thur-
Oh, the 26th. Okay. It'll
Thursday,
be
October 26th.
This episode won't be out by then.
Oh, it won't?
Yeah.
Womp.
Unless we can put out a bonus episode. YOLO. YOLO.
When will it be up?
It'll be up on the 29th.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay, well, I don't have anything booked for November right now. So if you want to fix that, hit my DMs.
That's right. Hit those DMs.
Yeah.
I have some things going on.
Oh, wait. I do have something on the 29th.
What's on the 29th?
Naseel Ezeal's thing with the Halloween roast.
Oh, yeah. It's like a judging situation,
Yeah.
right?
I'm going to be judging that. So
Oh, yeah, I have it on my phone.
I think it's at Comedy Bar.
I think, or something like that. So, there's a group chat. I haven't looked at it yet, but I'll look at it on Sunday. That's the time. I have tomorrow. Never mind. It's too late for that.
Too early.
Too or late. I have a show tomorrow, hosting on Thursday at the mic. Saturday, doesn't matter. Sunday, Halloween contest. I'll be there as well. And then on November 3rd, I have... Oh, this is in my calendar on the 3rd and the 4th.
Uh-oh.
So I either have Safe Word in Olympia on November 3rd, or it's on the 4th and I'm going to have to cancel it. Because on the 4th, I have the Ladies LOL Marysville comedy show at the Opera House or whatever. It's very fancy. It's like through the city they're booking it.
Oh.
Yeah, the lineup is stupid. And then on the 5th...
You heard it here. Rachel said women are stupid.
Yeah. On the 5th, I'm at Aslan Depot in Bellingham. I'm hosting.
Aslan.
And then on the 10th, I'm supposed to go back to do this barbershop thing in Bellingham. It's been a lot of Bellingham. I'm in
Yeah.
a Bellingham season, and I love it.
We've both been up there
Yeah.
multiple times recently.
Yeah. And then on the 15th, I have Leave Your Troubles at Comedy Bar, and the 16th, Olmsted, Shades of Funny, Danny Myron show. So it's just, there's some,
Is,
a lot of stuff coming up. Lots of
Leave
dope
Your-
shows, too.
Is Leave Your Troubles, is that Chandler's thing?
I got a message from a guy named Chris.
Oh, okay.
Uh,
Chandler's was too personal that I did.
Yeah. This was a guy named Chris Hudson, who sent me a message about it. So should be fun.
Okay.
Should be fun.
Shout
So
out to Chandler Noble Hatch.
yeah, when in doubt, just check our Instagrams, our personal Instagrams, and we post about our shows and stuff there. So come catch a show.
What's your Instagram?
My Instagram's Rachel F J Comedy. What's yours?
Mine is Richie last name.
That's so smart. That's so smart.
It
People can spell that.
Yeah.
That's so smart.
was adjacent Momoa for a while, but
Which is hilarious.
yeah.
But perhaps not as accessible.
Right.
Yeah.
People don't know how to spell adjacent.
Yeah. People are a little bit silly sometimes. Adjacent was our word of the day in 5th grade a couple weeks ago. So
Oh.
it's not that hard.
Yeah.
It's not that hard. God.
Copper.
If you hear the clickety clackety in the background, it's Copper just walking around like he's got something to do. He's got nothing to do.
Yeah.
What's next? We are a podcast that talks about trauma, and
All right.
the last couple episodes we've talked about some pretty heavy stuff that we've been through and that my niece has been through, my family's been through, and we thought that it would be a good idea today to kind of talk about how you cope when your world is on fire and like what do you do to like get through the days when something unimaginable happens.
Yeah.
So, do you want to share some of what makes you tick, makes you talk? Some things your therapist told you. You want to share with the class?
Yeah. Hold on. I think I have to burp.
Okay, I'll just fill the air
Yeah.
with just ramblings.
Okay. Some stuff that I've learned in therapy. A lot of like coping strategies from therapy have ended up just being stuff that they try to get you to do in school to keep yourself organized. And
Oh no!
because a lot of the source of my anxiety and depression is just like being generally unorganized and
Yeah.
feeling like I don't have control of anything.
Mm-hmm.
So one of the first things that I've talked about with my one-on-one therapist, because I'm in a group and a one-on-one. Jesus, what was that?
Copper's just making noise.
One of the first things was writing out a list and like just planning out your day and what you have to do and stuff, which high achievers just do, I feel like, and
Yeah.
it's just never been a thing for me. Another thing, I've talked about this before on here, but one of the things that's helped me with my mental state has been my morning walks. Just getting outside and getting into nature and and just taking some time for yourself,
Yeah.
which is hard to think about when you want to be there for everyone else, but you're also going through your own shit.
Yeah.
But like in this case, we're all going through it together. So like,
Mm-hmm.
I feel like all of us feel like we have to be there for everyone else, but you still have to show up for yourself too. So
Yeah. And it's like we're all going through the same thing, but we're going through it differently.
Yeah.
And so like I have my alone time too. Every Sunday I go run away and no one looks at me and I get organized for work. Like I'm working. I'm not just like doing nothing, but I started getting my nails done too. That's like an hour where I can sit and just this lady doing my nails knows nothing about my life, and that's delightful. Hang on a second. Please hold. Anyways, had to put the dog to bed. But I've just been taking those little moments to like take care of myself and to not worry about anybody else's emotions but my own, because it's a lot of what I feel like is I spend so much time worrying about how everyone around me is feeling, like at school, at home with like Tori, and I worry about you and I worry about Tiana and I want to make sure everyone's okay. I don't stop to think like, am I okay? Like, what do I need,
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of a way for me to step away and take a inventory of how I'm feeling and what's cooking up in that brain of mine, and it's been helpful.
That's something that has come up a lot in my group sessions is just being mindful and taking into account your thoughts as they happen and not judging yourself for the thoughts you're having. Because I have noticed that a lot of my thoughts, especially when I'm spiraling, come with a lot of negative judgment towards myself.
Yeah,
So I'm working on that, but
that's good.
yeah.
That's good. Yeah, that's definitely real. And I feel like too sometimes I'll I'll have some thoughts throughout my day where I'm just like, a kid will come up to me completely innocent and I'm just overstimulated and they're like, can I? And I'm just, in my head, I just want to be like, sit down, just sit down. Just don't look at me. But you can't do that to children.
Why not?
Because I'm supposed to be like a safe, supportive adult for them, and also they don't deserve that. They don't deserve me taking my stuff out on them. That's not fair to them.
You don't know that. You don't know what they've done.
Oh, I know what they've done. They think they're sneaky. They're not sneaky. I know what they've done. But I found too, like that's another example of having to cope with like high stress in teaching. My first couple years, I yelled so much, and I remember there was a day where one of my students came back after going to middle school, and they came back and they were like, Miss Lorendo, do you still yell? Are you still mad all the time? Do you still yell all the time? And I like went home and I was like, I can't believe that's the impression I left on this kid. But it was true because, and it was because I didn't have the like self-regulation and the like teacher skills to manage what was going on. And so the only way I could deal with it was just getting louder than them, which is not recommended, not very effective. Getting quiet, actually way more effective than getting loud. But there were times where I would just be pinching the shit out of my finger because I was so mad I couldn't see straight, but I like couldn't let the kids know it. So it's like I'm standing, I'm cool as a cucumber, and I'm just biting the fuck out of my lip. I'm just like pinching the hell out of my arm. I'm so mad. I'm like, everybody, please sit down. But in my head, I'm like, but you have to learn that like regulation when you're dealing with especially 25 kids who are like out of level 75. I can't meet them at 75 because then we're at 140,000 or whatever. 75 plus 75 is 150. I taught all day. My brain is spaghetti. But yeah, so it's a lot of like learning how to self-regulate. And then for me, like dealing with the personal stuff, medication has been huge for me. Prozac. 2 words, Prozac.
We are very pro Zach here.
Yeah. It's been huge though. It changed my life and like I just feel like more emotionally stable, and I still feel stressed and I still feel sad and I still feel angry and I still feel happy, but like my overall like equilibrium is a lot more stable, and I'm able to handle things as they arise better than I was before.
Yeah.
A lot less like flopping and hiding. There's been more of that lately, but
yeah. I haven't noticed the past couple days, but try to let you have that time and not take it personally like I was before. Because, like, yeah. Uh-oh.
Yeah, and I take it when I need it. So if I need it, I'll take it. If I don't need it, I won't. J-Lo, why are you calling me? I can't talk to you right now. I'm recording a podcast. The light is dead. It's fine. We'll just be in the dark.
Got this light.
There's a cord for that light, I think, over there. I could probably plug it in.
Oh, yeah.
I'll do it when I fix the camera in about 5 minutes.
Fair enough.
Oh, speaking of, my computer's unlocked now. I think I can log in. Because I locked myself out. Because I put my work password in like 100 times instead of my actual password. So,
Yay.
we're in. We're in.
There we go.
We are in. Bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 bum.
Thank you.
Should I have answered that phone call?
I don't know.
That might have been fun on the podcast.
Yeah.
Little call-in visitor. It's fine. What? Why is it the
What is happening?
the computer's playing sound somewhere,
Yeah.
and it's my voice, and I just don't know where it's coming from. Okay.
That's interesting.
Yeah, that's odd. Where is it coming from? This is really good content for everybody.
Yeah, we are making a classic episode of this podcast right now.
Very, very professional. I'm talking about ball sacks in this. Where is it playing from?
When were you talking about ball sacks?
At the end of the last episode. Okay, I'm just gonna mute it. I don't know where it's coming from.
Fair enough.
The call is coming from inside the house. I can't find
Calls coming from inside the ball sack.
it. There it is.
Well, there it is.
Whoop, there it is.
Shaka laka, shaka laka.
I love that. Yeah. Any other coping strategies? I know for me, one thing I do to cope is I keep myself busy. Like I get real busy. I work. Like this podcast is a product of me keeping myself busy to cope.
Yeah, but I feel like that can burn you out faster, though.
Oh, 100%. Oh, it backfires every time. Every time.
Yeah, I think one thing that both of us could probably be better at is breathing exercises.
Yeah.
Maybe throw some meditation in there.
Yeah. Meditating is hard when you have ADHD, though.
Yeah.
They're like, think about nothing. And you're like, I think about everything all the
at
time.
once. Yeah.
All the time. And then I also am thinking about nothing. Like you, remember with the water bottle yesterday?
Yeah.
You were refilling my water bottle.
Got the ice in there.
Got the ice in there.
Then I refilled the ice trays, put them back in the freezer. And then my brain was like, task completed. There's nothing else to do right now. And then I sat back down on the couch like an idiot.
And then like 5 minutes later, I'm like, I'm ADHD. I probably lost my water bottle. I was like, where's my water bottle? I know you just refilled it. Where'd it go? And I'm looking everywhere. I'm like, God, I'm such a ding-dong. I lost it.
As you said, I know you just refilled it. My brain went, oh, I didn't.
About that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I stood up and I went to the kitchen and I was like, oh, there's the evidence of your half-complete task. It was like the lid of my water bottle was laying on the counter and right next to it was it just open, full of ice, no water. So it was, I mean you got me halfway there.
Technically, it was full of water. It's frozen water.
Frozen water. I would like some water in there too.
What are you talking about?
I knew you were going to say that. I knew you were going to say that. Wow. Disrespectful.
You're watching our divorce happen in real time right now.
Don't say that. We don't say that word here.
All right. That was my idea, too.
Yeah.
My bad.
Divorce. You do some exercise and stuff for coping too, right? That's a coping strategy you use.
Exercise.
Yeah. Like your kettlebell stuff?
Oh, you mean like actual exercise? Yeah. I thought you meant like, I don't know, mental exercises or something.
No,
But like, yeah, just physical exercise. Yeah, that has, I don't know. It helps, but I guess only to a certain point because I don't know. You can physically only work out for so long, and then I still have shit to do, so I try to do something quick, but then I don't know. I think if I started like an actual program to have some kind of end goal in mind, but I just kind of go in with like just here for the vibes, and then I end up being all scatterbrained with what I'm doing, and then
That's my teaching style.
Yeah.
Just here for the vibes.
Yeah. So I don't know. I think this is I think this is gonna be like the solution for a lot of my problems is just having a plan to begin with instead of going in without.
100%. Yeah, and I like that you have the mindset of like movement is fun. It's
Yeah.
not like exercise is not punishment. I struggle with that.
Yeah. It's like from a biological standpoint, it's good for everyone. And like you don't have to have the goal of being a bodybuilder or being an Instagram fitness influencer or whatever, but
Yeah.
yeah, cuz that shit can get toxic and have a negative effect on your mental health, but if you're just doing it because it's good for you, you don't have to like have the expectations of like trying to get skinny or buff and just
Yeah.
moving to move, which I guess kind of contradicts what I just said about having a plan or whatever, but
But like you can have goals that are not like disordered. That's what I struggle with is like if I have like an exercise or diet plan that's so rigid, I'm like a little defiant kid. And so I will like backslide 10 times harder than I would have if I just hadn't tried.
yeah.
Like I did keto for 4 days and I told everybody that was in a mile of my presence that I was on keto. And after that 4th day, I finally got some mac and cheese from Panera. And then I ate more carbs than I've ever eaten for the next like 8 months to recover from those 4 days. So that was the point where I was like, okay, I cannot limit myself like that. I just need to like eat what feels right. And I need to like kind of stay on top of it, try and get a veggie in there every once in a while, listen to my body. And I can always be better, but I can't. It gets disordered real quick.
Just have to I don't know, listen to the voice when it's saying vegetables and have your vegetables not be the lettuce on a McChicken all the time.
I feel called out. I feel called out. I feel disrespected. I'm devastated that you just said that. It's a vegetable, man. Half of it ends up on the car floor because you never eat a McChicken when you're not in the car. You're always in the car. Half of the lettuce ends up on the floor, and that is compost. And the rest gets composted in my gut. Also, there's so much mayonnaise on a McChicken. So a lot of the time I'll wipe off the extra mayonnaise because if you ask for light mayonnaise, then they just like, it's just, you need just the right amount and they never get it right, which is fine. I adapt.
Adapt and overcome.
I adapt, I overcome. Yeah, so I end up with the mayonnaise goes the lettuce. So then it's just bread and chicken. Which that's my food pyramid, baby. Bread and chicken. Bread and chicken. Bum 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 bum.
Bread and chicken, chicken and bread.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What else do I do to cope? I know I'll do I have some trusted friends that I will call and vent to, but when I'm really in the heat of it, I don't want to. And I've been really lucky lately with everything I've been going through with, broken wrist, dead mom, parent, all that stuff. My friends I have friends that are so amazing. They just showed up. They didn't even give me a chance to tell them no or to push them away. They just were like, we're going to be at your house and we're going to get everything ready for you. And you can't say no because we're at your door. Mm-hmm. We brought gloves and we brought trash bags and we brought paint. We're painting.
Yeah.
So having really good people surrounding you also helps. And when you don't have that, I would suggest finding some. Through something you like. A lot of the people I met too are through teaching or through comedy, which are two things that I am massively passionate about. And so you find a lot of like-minded people when you're out there just doing what you love to do.
Yeah, you have teacher friends that care about children.
Yeah. Wild.
Yeah.
Groundbreaking. Groundbreaking. No, they do. They're good noodles.
Yeah.
Good noodles. Comedy friends, they're funny. I don't know if they're good noodles, but they're funny. They sure do make me giggle.
Some of them are good people.
Yeah.
Other ones are funny.
Yeah, exactly. And some of them are neither. And to you, I say, why? Just why?
But they grind.
But they grind. Grind. Remember how I said I repeat with that weird voice? I just did it again.
Oh, yeah.
I did it again. My favorite is when those two worlds collide, like teaching and comedy, and not in that, like, my coworkers are at my comedy show, because that is not my favorite. My favorite is when I get to teach my students how to be funny. Because I found a lot of the time when kids are getting in trouble at school, and not always, sometimes there's like something else going on, but pretty frequently when they get in trouble in class for like being disruptive or defiant or whatever, they're just trying to be funny. They're just trying to get a laugh from the kids around them. And I have had a lot of success, especially with boys, teaching them, like, you are hilarious. Any other teacher would be so mad at you right now for what you just said, but you are hilarious. So, like, let me help you learn. And I tell them the most important part of being funny is knowing when the joke is over.
Yeah.
Like, read the room. If no one else is laughing, I will tell them. I'll go, that was a weird joke. Nobody's laughing. Kind of seems like it bombed. And I'll walk away. And they're like, ooh.
That reminds me. I was in 7th grade, I think. I don't remember what was said or done to lead up to this moment, but I ended up, like, falling out of my desk onto the floor as, like, a bit. And I got sent outside.
Drives me crazy when kids do that.
Okay, so here's what happened next. So from the door, like, you know, the little windows, like, my friends could still see me, and to pass the time, I had a beanie and I was tossing it up and catching it like this with my hands, like Hulk clap. Right?
Yeah.
And then I just kept doing that over and over, and my friend, shout out to Logan Healy-Took, I think it was. He said something, and then I got brought back in because I was also being distracting outside of the classroom.
Oh my God, the way you would be my nightmare student. All the things you talk about doing in school, I'm like, triggered.
Yeah.
But like, you just needed someone to teach you where it was appropriate to like get the laugh and be funny. But also, you've given me a lot of perspective too, because sometimes I'll come home from school and I'll be like as a white woman and as not a boy, I'll come home and I'll be like, you're never going to believe what these kids did. And I'll tell this, I'll be like, they were doing this and they were doing that and they were doing that. And I'm like, they punched each other on the playground. And you're like, yeah, that's normal. Everyone did that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, yeah, no, I knew that. Yeah, no, totally. No.
Like, we're talking about boys who are just getting hormones and getting punchy. Yeah, that sounds
it happens.
normal.
Well, and it's helped me too, because I'm able to like kind of talk to my coworkers about it too, because we sometimes live in this like white lady world with our white lady expectations of like, you should just know. I told you to sit in the chair yesterday. Shouldn't you know that we're still doing that today? But having that perspective of like, the kids aren't any different than they used to be.
Yeah.
We're just seeing a lot more of it because it's online.
Yeah.
They're certainly being influenced by the internet, but like,
It's a lot more stimulation.
a lot more stimulation. But like the overall behaviors, the overall like everything, it's the same. It's the same as it was for like.
Mm-hmm.
There was one kid, he is so funny. He is like, he's gonna be an athlete or a comedian or maybe both. And he,
So like Brendan Schaub.
yeah, or like Brandon White. He. I'm sorry.
That was, yeah.
I'm sorry.
It might have been fat phobic of me to immediately laugh that hard at the idea of Brandon White being an athlete.
How can I be fat phobic? My bitch is fat. I'm stupid. I'm sorry.
I knew exactly where that was going, and it still got me.
Still gotcha. But he's so funny. And at lunch, I have this student who speaks Spanish. primarily. She can speak a little English, but she prefers to communicate in Spanish. She doesn't understand a lot of English yet. And she came up to me and she was like, she said in Spanish, but she was like, he called me bitch. He called me puta. And I was like, what? Because this kid who said that to her is like pretty responsible. He doesn't know Spanish. So I'm like, why is he saying that? And I like lock eyes with the boy and then the comedian athlete boy. And they both look at me. And as soon as I walk over, the funny guy, he's like, I'm so sorry, Miss FJ, it was my fault. And I was like, what do you mean? What do you mean? He's the one who called her puta. And he goes, I told him that puta means, can I have some hot Cheetos? And I was trying so hard to keep a straight face. I was like, oh, that's not funny. That's not funny. That's not funny. And I went back to the girl who speaks Spanish and I like explained to her what happened. Like he said it because
Right.
in my broken Spanish, I'm like, él dijo este palabra significa can I have hot Cheetos or whatever. They think it's so funny when I try to speak Spanish too.
I bet, yeah.
And I think it's good for them too to watch their teacher just struggle.
Yeah.
It's good because I watch them struggle with English all the time, so it feels like appropriate.
Yeah. Makes you human.
Yeah. So
Relatable.
I struggle back, and they think it's so funny, and I'm like, I'm trying. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I told it to her, and she even thought it was funny. So like later, I walked up to her and I was like, that was like very funny, but that's like funny at home on the weekend. Probably not funny like in the lunchroom.
Right.
In a public space.
Yeah.
Where everyone is there.
Mm-hmm.
And someone's mom's going to get mad. You know? we gotta know when and where.
Yeah.
That's what we gotta know. Should we move on to our new segment?
Yeah.
I think it's about that time. What's our new segment called?
Our new segment is called Who Hurt You?
Who hurt you? You have to say it with more oomph.
Who hurt you?
Wow. You did. You hurt me. So for this segment, we are going to take a quick dive into some influencers' content and try and make up some baloney to diagnose why they are the way that they are. It's all for fun and games. We are not medical professionals. We are not psychologists. We are not trying to say anything except some jokes about these people.
We be bullshitting.
We be bullshitting. It's not that deep. So it's not that deep.
Yeah.
It's just not that deep. I'm not going to be hateful.
If you feel some kind of way about it, run up the comments and stuff on our social media. So
yeah. TikTok, do your thing. Okay. The person I want to talk about today is someone I became aware of about 2 weeks ago. She is on X, Twitter. And her last tweet was in September. So she's kind of, I think, been bullied off of the app, probably. It says her job is entertainment and recreation. Her name is H. Pearl Davis. And she has been called the female Andrew Tate.
yikes.
Yeah. Minus the human trafficking, I'm assuming. Probably.
Maybe that's what the H stands for.
She is, unsurprisingly, a white woman with a podcast. The worst kind. And she sells merch. She sells T-shirts. And she has this belief and idea that women shouldn't vote.
Oof.
As a woman. So she sells shirts. And she says women shouldn't vote. This tweet here says, you're a hoe if you have an OnlyFans.
Maybe that's what the H stands for.
Yeah, I think it actually stands for Hannah. She says, my dad loves me so much he got me a road. And it says Hannah Pearl Drive.
Oh.
That's fucking embarrassing. That's embarrassing. And then she's tweeted things like, I'm transphobic. I am, in fact, afraid of trans people. What? And like tweeting about old people, like 90% of your eggs are gone. That's her insult to an older woman. Men like pure women, not whores.
She had her man stolen by an OnlyFans person.
I swear to God, she probably did. And it was probably one of those bros that was like, I don't like most women are stupid, but you're cool. You're cool.
Probably.
And she's like got big pick me energy.
Yeah. I would, yeah. So, she was probably dumped by a guy who would buy that women shouldn't vote shirt.
Yeah. And this tweet is hilarious to me because we all know social media is based on an algorithm. And this one says, Elon Musk, can we please ban porn from Twitter? I keep trying to live my life tweeting and being bombarded with porn and naked women. You might be gay, honey. Maybe she's gay.
Yeah.
Maybe she's gay and she's like
Thou doth
homophobic.
protest too much.
Strippers are whores. Those are just two words that mean two different things.
Right.
Just not true. Stop sleeping with fat chicks. She tweeted that. So she's fat phobic, she's homophobic, she's transphobic, she's misogynistic.
Mm-hmm.
What made her hate herself? Men are superior beings. She literally tweeted that.
I mean, to be fair, Aubrey Plaza said that in an episode of Parks and Rec.
Okay, but she had a point. She had a point, okay? This person does not have a point. Aubrey Plaza's point, I bring every Thursday night when you bring the trash cans out, men are better than women and we should listen to them and obey them because they are our keepers. But only when it comes to spiders and chores. Okay? As far as everything, I pay the bills. God damn. It's better for a man to be alone than marry a feminist.
Ooh.
It's like incel energy. It feels like she got rejected by an incel.
Yeah.
You know? And she's like, you know what's going to make him like me? If I start a podcast and I shit on women just like he did.
Can't believe I let him shit on me and then he dumped me.
Yeah. This tweet's crazy. She's doing some girl math here, which makes me think that women shouldn't vote. Okay, here we go. She said, women have sex with multiple men equals whore. Men marry a whore equals she will leave you and take the kids. Single mothers equal criminal kids. Criminal kids equal bad society. Men must marry virgins. What about infertile people? You married a whore and she's infertile, so it's fine. You can marry fat whores if they're infertile. I'm not a whore, but...
Wasn't there a LMFAO song called I Am Not a Whore?
Probably.
But I like to do it.
Yeah. Yep.
Whatever happened to them? They still alive?
I have no clue.
Hmm.
I have no clue. Thin women are hotter than curvy women. That's just wrong. That's just not true.
Yeah, like body temperature wise, like more meat means
Yeah.
you keep your temperature easier.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. This one's in all caps. The men that got vaxxed are beta because they choose safety and security over freedom. That's what women do. Or they listen to their wife. Guys, is listening to your wife gay? Is it gay if you listen to your wife? I almost said homophobic.
That reminds me, one of my former coworkers said, kissing girls is gay because you know who girls kiss? Guys. So it's like you're kissing a guy when you kiss a girl.
True. Sloppy seconds. Sloppy seconds. That's what I'm saying.
You should only marry someone who's never kissed anyone before.
Yeah, and I think that because it makes society bad when you kiss people that are married. Or when you marry someone who's kissed a person. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, so my official diagnosis for Miss H. Pearl is you are a pick-me. You're a pick-me.
Yeah.
Some white man hurt you. They dumped you. They hated women. And you were like, you know what? You hate women? I hate women more.
It's like a female Andrew Tate or a white Candace Owens.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And there's white women with that kind of attitude and influence. It's terrifying. Terrifying.
Mm-hmm.
Who is not at risk? I don't know. So that's our first segment of Who Hurt You.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let us know what you think.
Did we miss something? Is there something we missed?
Yeah, well, so our hypothesis is she was dumped by an incel and that
And
broke-
he
broke
left
some-
her for someone with an OnlyFans.
and that broke something in her brain.
Yeah. And now she scours porn websites looking for that girl that he left her for. And that's why her algorithms feed her nothing but porn.
So she says.
So she says, allegedly. It's an algorithm, honey.
Yeah.
It's like when guys are like, on TikTok, all I see is topless women jumping around. I'm like, I wonder why. What are you searching for? Beach volleyball? Like, what's going on? What is going on?
Just you get to their liked videos. It's just all titties and dancing.
Yeah. Which, like, that's fine. But then don't go pretend you don't like that.
Yeah.
If you like it, like it.
Yeah. Who doesn't love titties?
The people who have them, our backs hurt.
Well, yeah, but you still like them on other people.
Well, yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I stand corrected. I stand corrected. I like everyone else's big titties, not mine, though. Mine can kick rocks. They probably actually could. Like, I probably actually could kick a rock with these things.
I don't think that would be kicking, but yeah.
Might be. Kicking, hitting, punching. Oh, it would hurt, though. It would hurt so bad.
Yeah.
Ugh.
You want to try it? I'll toss a rock to you like a softball, and then you...
Yeah, I think I could do that. Truly, I really think I could.
Or you could like try to catch it between them and crush the rock.
Yeah, here's the thing. If I'm not wearing a bra, there's no like between them because they're on 2 different continents. Okay? One of them is in Texas and the other one is in Russia. And it's
Which part? The Asian part or the European part?
the Asian part. I'm not an idiot. Lady, you're not supposed to eat the toy. You're not supposed to eat it, honey.
Yep. She's about to have blue chunks in her poop.
Love that for her. Speaking of, do you got some hot goss? You got some hot goss for us?
Let's see.
Hot gossip. Hot gossip.
Amazon drivers do not follow directions.
Toby boy.
This steamer that we got.
For our backdrop, if you're watching on YouTube, looks
Yeah.
very good.
You can also use it for show fits and such. But I went on my walk, and I was walking up 19th, but I was on the other side, so I had to like go up and cross.
Uh-huh.
So I was-
Not that that's the street we live on. It's just a street you were walking on.
So I was walking up the street, and I saw our gate. The box for this was just chilling on top of the fence post, and
Oh, for everyone to see.
yeah, and it's bright yellow box, very visible,
Love that.
very reachable, if someone wanted to take it. And I don't know how long it was there,
Yeah.
right? But yeah, so I specifically changed our directions on Amazon to say if the gate's locked and it's fragile, hide it in the bushes to the right of the gate.
Yeah. So all our yeah. Now everyone on the podcast knows where to look. Get in my bushes. No, our friends aren't going to steal our stuff. They don't know where we live.
Can we edit that part out? Because now I'm like spiraling about saying too much on this podcast.
No, you're saying the perfect amount. Oh my God.
Now you want to edit that part out?
Keep it. Keep it. Okay, continue. Amazon drivers.
That's it. Just don't follow directions.
They don't listen.
Yeah.
They don't listen.
Like, that's almost literally the opposite of what I put in those directions.
Yeah. Well, and I feel like sometimes they're just like in a rush and they're like, well, can't get to the door. Guess I'm just going to leave it here on the street. Honestly. Put up a billboard while you're at that. They have a package. They have a package.
Yeah.
If anyone wants it.
Like a bat signal for thieves.
Yeah. It's the opposite of a bat signal.
Mm.
Right? Or is that what? I don't know what a bat signal is.
Well, the bat signal, the light that they shine in Gotham that tells Batman they need help.
Yeah. So, like, if we wanted... Okay. Yep. I hear you.
Yeah.
Followed. I have hot gossip. I've got some work gossip. We love work gossip.
Mm-hmm.
I have been teaching like a pilgrim for the last 2 days. I'm living in Amish paradise. We have no Wi-Fi. which sounds dramatic to complain about because, like, no, I can't get the kids on the computers. I don't care about that. That's fine. I can't get on my computer. It's 2023 and all of my stuff is housed on my computer online in these online platforms, and I cannot even log in from home to get to them. It's
Can't even log in from home?
yeah, because the whole system is down, and so like our hub where you get to all your apps and curriculum and stuff, it's like a bad gateway. It like won't go because I think it's connected to the network at the district building somehow. And without Wi-Fi, I also cannot print anything because our printers are connected via Wi-Fi. Also, I cannot use my phone in my classroom because our phones are Wi-Fi phones. They're Zoom phones. So the phones don't work. The cameras don't work. The printer doesn't work. I can't Google anything. I'm teaching with a stick in the mud over here. I'm like, all right, kids, gather around. Like, it's terrible. I rode to work today on a horse and buggy. Had to get to the schoolhouse. It was terrible. It was terrible. And it just makes my job a lot harder because I've grown to rely on, like, brain breaks online. I've grown to rely on, like, I'm feeling overstimulated. All right, everybody, go do a lesson on your computers, and then we'll get back at it in about 10 minutes. You know, just little things like that that help me regulate.
Did any of your kids at least bring you an apple?
No. No, they didn't. That's infuriating. And the reason why the Wi-Fi is down is really the hot gossip.
Yeah.
Because we thought at first, we're like, oh, weird, whatever. It's just down. It'll be back up shortly. Thought it would be a couple hours. Then we find out, I heard, an excavator was digging and they hit the internet line. Not true. Not true at all. What actually happened is some crackheads were out there digging for copper wires. And they found the internet cables. And they used like a saw. They sawed through 500 fiber optic cables, 500 contracts for Lumen. They cut through it. So we're out of Wi-Fi. Multicare's out of Wi-Fi. Franciscan's out of Wi-Fi. A whole bunch of like residential contracts and stuff cut through. They don't have Wi-Fi.
God dang.
Because someone thought they were going to get copper wire. And there's no copper wire in there. There's no copper wire. They did it
Bit.
for nothing.
Yeah.
And so now the company has to go and reconnect each one individually. They have to match them back up, which is just a nightmare of a task. And I don't fully understand how Wi-Fi works or fiber optic cables or where even this thing is that someone dug into and sawed open. I'm like, can I go see the site? Can I see the crime scene? Let me in.
Yeah.
I want to see why. Like, is it like the size of a mic stand or a straw? Is it a tube the size of a tree trunk? Like, how big is this?
I feel like that's something we could Google. Like, how big are fiber optic?
Yeah, I can Google it here. I can't Google it at work.
Well, yeah.
Can't Google anything at work.
We'll Google it after we go off air.
And also, our building is brand new. So it's like steel everywhere. There's no cell service.
Yeah.
I have no Wi-Fi. I have no cell service. I have no phone.
To be fair, I don't have cell service when I'm sitting outside the parking lot either.
Yeah.
I think it's just that area.
And it wasn't like this before. It wasn't like this before the construction.
Oh, what do you mean?
Like at the old building, I had service fine.
Oh.
It's the new building, and it's like half of the classrooms in the new building are especially bad, and my room is in that half. So some teachers are able to like use their phone as a hotspot to like get on and play video or something. I can't even do that. So it's tough breaks. Also, emails are main form of communication at work. We don't have that. We don't have that. Today, kid was supposed to get picked up. I put him on the bus. No one told me anything. So I had to run after the bus, get him off the bus, be like, go to your mama.
Dang.
I would have seen an email if the internet was up.
Yeah.
This is on that stinker who cut it open.
Yeah.
Anyway, so poverty is the problem here.
True.
Wealth inequality is making my job harder.
Yeah. More so than it does every day.
Yeah, that's true. I do feel the impacts of that every day. That's why I keep granola bars in my classroom. So if you want to donate a box of Chewy bars to my classroom, my Amazon wish list is in my bio on Instagram. If you want to donate to the snack fund.
My brain just tried to manufacture the joke, but granola, because sometimes people refer to New Orleans as NOLA, NOLA, for New Orleans, Louisiana.
Uh-huh.
So there's something there. Granolans, I don't know.
Granola.
Granolans?
That sounds like granola loins.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah,
love
my brain is not functioning at an optimal level, I guess, right now.
Yeah, that's fair. Should we close it out? Should we do our final?
Did
final
we
segment?
did we have a successful podcast episode on this one? Did we talk about coping enough?
I think we did.
Okay.
Do you think we did?
I just always feel paranoid about that.
I mean, our 1,000 listeners will be fine.
Okay.
It'll be fine. They're here for us.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
You're perfect just the way you are.
Nobody's perfect though.
Except for you.
Then that means I'm a nobody.
Oh. Well, that backfired. That backfired real hard.
Trying to make me feel better. I will find a way to make it not good.
Yeah. I think it's time we wrap this up, though, so we can order some pizza and start bedtime.
Yeah.
With our sweet little angel.
Go ping ping.
Go bing bing. See, I did it again.
You didn't make a new funky voice that time.
I
though.
just repeated you. What? I feel like I need to fill the air, and so I just repeat what you said as
Yeah.
a transition to give me time to think, and it's annoying. It drives me crazy. No one probably noticed it until this episode, and now they're gonna notice it all the time.
Yeah, somebody's gonna make a compilation of it.
Just of me going bing bing, ripe, like whatever you're saying.
Just us mocking each other.
I love that. That's true love.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Are we ready for our closing segment?
I suppose so.
Okay. Well, we're gonna see how in tune we are today. Okay. I'm gonna count this time. I'm gonna say the right things.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be great.
What's the letter?
I'll tell you in a second.
1,000.
Oh my god. You're just as bad as the kids.
Me, 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 me.
Okay. The first word you can think of that starts with the letter L.
L.
1, 2, 3.
Llama.
Love. Okay. Llama and love. Okay. 1, 2, 3.
Heart.
Fluffy. Okay. This one's getting weird, man. Okay. What is it Fluffy and Heart have in
Yeah.
common? Okay, 1, 2, 3. Teddy bear.
Cardiologist.
A teddy bear cardiologist? Okay, teddy bear and cardiologist.
Okay.
What do they have in common? 1, 2, 3. Male.
Build-A-Bear.
Okay. Okay, male and Build-A-Bear.
Did you mean male like postal or?
No. I
Male
meant
as in
like
the
a
gender.
man. A man.
Okay. So what is it? Build-A-Bear and male?
Male, yeah. Okay. 1, 2, 3.
Dads.
Testosterone. Okay. Okay. Testosterone and dads. We're limping to the finish line here. Testosterone and dads. Okay. 1, 2, 3.
Balls.
Yelling. Okay. Okay, we're gonna get it. We're gonna get it. You guys are gonna suffer through this. Yelling and balls. Yelling and balls. Okay, 1, 2, 3.
Orgasm.
Dodgeball.
We're getting further and further away.
Okay, dodgeball and orgasm. That's not supposed to happen together. Okay. Let me.
I have nothing.
Okay.
At what point do we just take that out?
It's not yet. We got 45 seconds. Okay. Okay. Dodgeball and orgasm. 1, 2, 3. Yelling. Okay. Yelling and what do they have in common? 1, 2, 3.
Coming.
Orgasm.
Same thing.
That was close enough. I think we can take that.
Yeah.
That was rough.
Yeah.
That was a struggle. I think we need to take some time to connect this week. Get back on the same wavelength.
You need to take some time to connect, if you know what I mean.
That's not what I meant. Men. Frickin' men. Don't give
Yeah.
me that. Don't give me their eyebrows.
Yeah.
Don't give me that. I gotta put a child to bed. Okay?
Well, I haven't plucked it in a while, so technically it's just one eyebrow right now.
Okay, well, that is our episode. You guys are delightful. Thank you so much for listening. As always, we love you. If you have recommendations for Who Hurt You, go ahead and send
Oh,
me
yeah, that's a good idea.
send me a rec. If you want to be a guest on the podcast, send me a DM.
And with what trauma you're dealing with.
Yeah.
Or not, if you
Give
don't
give
feel
some
like,
details. Or if you
Okay.
don't want to talk about your trauma, don't be on my podcast. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Bye. Love you.
Love you. Bye.